And yeah, so we're back again for another episode of Life Init. Today we are joined by a very, very special guest, Mr. Zeshan Sajid. Sajid.
What are you saying?
I'm good, man. How you doing, bro? You good?
All good, all good.
All good in the hood, fam. Bruv, I swear there's like, what is it? 4 days left on Ramadan now?
4 days.
Yeah, man. Bringing that episodes, you're like the one towards the end of Ramadan.
The finale.
The finale of Ramadan.
The Eid special.
The final for Eid. Oh, man. How's it been going for you, though, man? Ramadan and that. You know, right?
It's been good. It's been good. I think it's much easier with lockdown.
It is, you know. I feel like personally, for me, it's been the best one yet. Due to obviously lockdown and stuff. I don't know if everyone feels the same way.
Yeah, and I think especially when you're at home, you can make sure that you keep all your namaz as well because you're not at work or whatever. You can just go and do it. You can
be more on point with it. Yeah, exactly. I
think most of the time we try to find the reason where we can't pray now. You're at home doing nothing, bro. You've got to pray.
You ain't got no excuses. Now, if you've got excuses now, it's just a madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Hey, so talk to me, man. What's been going on with like YouTube and stuff, man? Because you've been bagging out Chowdhury House, so that's been going on season 2 and that.
Yeah. I think I initially did Chowdhury House, want to see how it goes, because I just wanted to change. Because we being me. I did sketch for a long time, like types of this, types of that. And I wouldn't say I got bored of it. It's just I wanted to change. I wanted to do something where it's kind of like a TV show where people come back, like a cliffhanger. You come back and the next one. And alhamdulillah, the first one did well. Again, I did it whenever I had a free moment. Like I think most of us YouTubers, it's not a full-time job. So whenever we do have that time, we do it. And for how much effort I put into it, it did quite well. And then the second one, I tried to put a bit more in, and it did really well. And
exactly.
Hopefully we'll be seeing more sort of TV series, sort of like a series. What's the word?
Show.
What's turf exactly again?
Web series. That's it.
Web series.
I like doing that comparison.
Series. Yeah.
Proper thing. Nah, that's good though. So what, are you going to stop doing skits completely then?
I don't know, because with me, I do like doing them because I think everyone can relate to them. But I think 95% of them already been done. And whenever you do something like, you've copied this or you've copied him or you copied him, I'm like, you know what? We've got to a point where I think somewhat our names there's some weight to them. So we need to kind of not stick in the same box, like kind of see what else we can do. Yeah,
because if you were like nothing and you did Chowdhury House now, you probably wouldn't get as much traction as it is getting now, right?
Yeah. Like for me now, when I branch out, do other things. Hopefully I should be doing a few more series, but not with the same characters, because then you kind of find it hard to kind of break out eventually. Because if I do a vlog, I'll get like, within 24 hours, I'll get like 10k views. You put Sakib in a video, the first hour you get 12k views, which is, I'm like, yeah. And I don't want to be known as Sakib my whole life, because you won't really go as a person.
It's getting there already.
Yeah, and you can't play Sakib for the rest of your life. There's only like so much lifespan you have.
Could you imagine like 50 like grey hairs and still try to play Sakib, bro? It just wouldn't work out, would it?
It wouldn't. Well, there's time and place for everything.
Exactly. But I would just like to clarify here and now. It's true though, you and Sakib are two different people, innit? You're not. It's not like your brother or anything.
This is what people don't understand. There's Sakib, there's Tariq, there's Liaquat. There's 4 people in the room when we're recording, and people don't understand this.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. People think we're all the same person. We're not.
You know, it's different people, innit?
That's it, innit? Like, people don't know there's 4 of me.
That's what the world's not ready for. 4 Zeshans. Has to be split up.
It's exclusive for your my podcast.
No one else needs to know, innit, man?
That's it, innit? That's it.
That's good though. That's very interesting. But were you trying to branch out in any more projects? Because this is why I ask everyone, like, out of all the guys, because I've done my thing, Emma's doing turf. I asked Adres if he wants to do like any projects. He said he wants to start doing a comedy series. I asked Adam, he said he still wants to try to get into more acting first before he starts doing anything like that. So what do you want to do?
For me, it's more the sense of, I wouldn't say I got lucky, like I put the effort into it, but it's like you get a chance and you've got to use it when it's still active or still valid. Like we've our names hold weight right now because we put in that graft for like 2-3 years. You've been doing it for 10 years, so you've been going like the proper. But what for me is the kind of like cementing that foundation. So your name holds weight even though you're not doing Saki Board, Chaudhry House or whatever. You can jump in other fields. And for me, it's just doing more acting rather than doing comedy. Because I think I want to prove to people that I'm not just like, hey, it's Saki, but it's like I can do more than that. I'm not like this comedic kind of person. I'm an actor. So that's the route I want to go down.
So you want to go predominantly on acting?
Yeah.
Do you want to produce anything for yourself, so?
I think, yeah, but I think because most my stuff I do is kind of like, it's just me. But I want to start producing when I've got like a team and like, you know, I've got more of a say in the industry. Like right now, we're just guys off the internet. Do you understand? Well, eventually when we get known, whether it's off turf or whatever, that we can then start producing. Do you understand? I don't want to start producing now. Like I don't mind doing it now because I'm doing it on my own projects, but I want to do it on like a bigger scale, like properly. Like I don't want to do a half job. I want to do like a proper job when I do get that chance. Okay.
But obviously that chance is going to come hopefully soon though, isn't it?
Hopefully. But it's one of them ones and it's difficult because you don't know what's written. Like I wouldn't expect myself to do YouTube acting, even though it's not like a full-time thing. It's like we don't make our bread from it, but it's like I never expected me to be here considering what my background is. My background is in computer science and then I did a degree in that. And that's what I did. But at the end of the day, you can't have all your eggs in one basket.
Got to branch out, innit?
Yeah, that's it, innit?
Yeah. But so, like with the acting thing, because obviously you've done a bit now, and obviously, because when we do our thing, obviously we ask you and then you jump on and do your thing.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to, get into movies, TV. So if I ask you, like, Ahmed asked me this question, so if I ask you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, what would you say?
I don't know. Like, this is the thing, everyone asks me the question, but it all depends what happens tomorrow, because I can say one thing and something else can happen. Do you understand? It's like,
okay, but forget that. If tomorrow was guaranteed for you, the next 5 years were all guaranteed, where would you want to see yourself?
What in life?
Career-wise, like acting-wise, acting and career-wise, yeah.
For me, it's either I'd be known as an actor, so I've done something that's quite big, or I'm on mainstream media. That's the main thing. Like it's hard go from YouTuber to a proper actor because people just see you in that bubble. It's like you're just a YouTuber, you're just a comedian, you're just this funny guy. It's very hard to do that crossover.
It's hard, but I feel like the dynamic's changing though. Do you not think?
Yeah, it's changing. Like it's more. I would say it's getting easier, but it's not there just yet. But for me, it's kind of like that jump where it's a profession, it's a career, it's like what we make our money from. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the point I want to be at. It's like, someone turn around and goes, yo, my son's an actor. And be like, yo, my man's making peas, my man's making bread. Do you understand? Not like this kind of side man. Because at the end of the day, some people still see us as base ones on the internet.
I mean,
like I had a DM the other day saying, someone's mom saying, oh, you're copying my kid. I hate your show. I'm there like, firstly, I try to keep my content as clean and halal as possible. And I think for me, the reason I do that is because at the end of the day, when we all do die, we've got something to answer to. We've got a lot to answer to at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And also that for me, it's like my mom and dad, if I say something, it'll backfire on them. Like you haven't raised up your kid right. And plus I want my content to be as
family friendly
because more people watch it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as you grow as an actor, you can't always do that. But I'll try as best as I can with my projects to basically be as family friendly as possible.
But yeah, obviously, it's a bit.
For me, the plan is be an actor where I'm an actor. Because I don't know the people, when they see you on street, they're like, oh, there's a YouTuber. And I don't mind being called a YouTuber, but at the end of the day, I want to be known as an actor than a YouTuber. You get taken more professionally.
But it's not even about being more professional. It's like, I guess YouTuber is kind of a job title, but it's very restricted. That means you can only be in YouTube. If you say actor, you can be on YouTube, TV, movies, you can be anywhere and everywhere. That's true, isn't it? But yeah, you're right. It's hard to get out of that initial.
It's hard. Like I want to do something that has similar sort of effects as what I'm doing now, in the sense that if I do a video with Sakib, that's it, views come overload. If I do something as me, now we don't want to know Zeshan. So I feel like I'm living a lie in certain days where I'm like, you don't want to know me, you want to know Sakib.
But why do you think that is though?
It depends, because like I think 16 to 24-year-olds, they know it's Zeshan, cool, that's fine. But anyone under 10, they just think I'm Sakib.
Because what do you think? That's your main audience, like the younger people?
It depends. Like I think back in the day, like Instagram was 16 plus. Like it was the people who just yeah. But YouTube, because I'm doing more YouTube stuff now, most of my audience is kind of like the kids and like preteen, stuff like that. And yeah, they just see me as Sakib, and I want to break out of that bubble, because you can't be Sakib for too long. It's like how what's that guy called again? Remember Big Shaq? Not Big Shaq. Roll Safe.
Roll Safe, the actor,
yeah. Like he did it, and then but now he's doing other things. But everyone just saw him as that. Even like Michael Dapper, everyone just saw him as
Big Shaq.
Yeah.
But then I think that it's not only like you even being a bubble. If one thing blows, that's what blows for you. So, for example, if Sakib blows up and then you get like 1 million subscribers, 1 million people will know you as Sakib. Do you know what I mean? And then when it's you making your content, it's gonna be harder. But that's true though, because what you said is people, when Michael Dapper, for instance, when he does a Michael Dapper thing or his other African character, it doesn't bang as much more as if he does Big Shaq, because he's become known for that. That is a problem, but it's a hard hurdle to get past as well, you know.
But I think it's a bit different in their situation. Like for example, it's Daniel Radcliffe, right? My man's done Harry Potter all his life, and he's at a point where he's made it. So if he does anything else, it's fine. Okay, it might not be the same viewership as Harry Potter had, but it's like for us, if we do something different, because we're so small, if we try to change it straight away, they're like, no, we're not tuning into this guy anymore. Do you understand?
People just
switch off. If you're bigger and you got a footprint, then it's kind of easier. Then again, I could be chatting complete rubbish, because I'm not there. I'm like under the floorboards.
You know, it's mad. People think we're actually so big, but we're not.
I know this. I've always kind of found this quite funny. It's like we're big in our little bubble, like in the Asian community, we're big, but in terms of as a whole, we're just range. Like 0.1%.
Exactly.
And it's like it's one of the things. It's like we want to get to a point where we're known worldwide. In the sense that it's like I shouldn't be thinking of it like this, but for me, it's kind of like I can take my foot off the pedal now, and people forget of me eventually, because I've got that's cemented. Exactly. That's something that puts me on like a platform like Z did this or Zeshan did this. Like we can disappear tomorrow. Do you understand? So we need to get to a point where we've done something that basically puts us like on the map.
I don't know. That's kind of arguable though. Do you remember A Online?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is with him, he only got about 250, 300,000 subscribers. Then he stopped. And then he started tweeting on, trending on Twitter randomly, and he came back. Yeah. So even though his dynamic wasn't there as big and wasn't as prominent, so even though you're saying you can switch off and go away, you could be trending the next day on Twitter, but people are like, we want Sakib back. Do you know what I mean? So it still can be done to an extent.
I think people will remember you, but I'm trying to say more along the lines of that, like a body of work. Like people want to remember you for doing a certain thing. Like something like, okay, people remember Sakib because I think everyone's going to whoever watches Sakib remember Sakib, but something that's kind of like out there for anyone and everyone to see. Because unless you're Asian or you know an Asian Lapna Banda or something, you're not going to know who Sakib is. You understand?
That's true.
It's one of them ones, isn't it? It's like you want to do something that everyone knows, like even if you fall after like, yo, bro, this guy did this thing and it was mad.
That's true, bro. But what are you trying to get at then? Like, as in, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. So, like, obviously, we're like down below at the bottom. Where do you think you'll see yourself when you get to a certain stage?
As in, what do you mean?
See what I mean? I can't even phrase it. So, like, where would you want to see yourself be for you to think, that's it, I've made it?
For me, to the point where I've quit my job, I'm not doing anything else. Like, in the sense that, you know, the bread I make, I can provide for my family. I've got, you know, made a whole career off it. Do you understand? Like where you can be like, this is paying my bills now. This is doing everything. I'm not doing anything. We're just acting purely. Do you understand? That's the point where I can be like, yo, you know what? I've somewhat made it. Right now,
so it transgresses,
yeah, it's like right now it's a hobby. You can understand? It's like we do it whenever we're free, and that's it. Done and dusted. Like, don't get me wrong. we put in the graft in, like we
Yeah,
like
100%.
night shift. We then well, your thing ain't done yet, and I started it.
The plot, yeah, that's coming.
Worth it, and you know it's good. Like people are watching it, we're getting views, the numbers, but it's like in the wider spectrum, it's still nothing. Like, don't get me wrong, we're doing it, and it's sick that we're doing it, and we're getting views and numbers, but we need to do something that puts us on the map, basically. And it's like, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for where I am and where all of us are. You know, we've got some sort of recognition, but we just need to be to a point where people take it seriously, because at the end of the day, people still see us as YouTubers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's always going to be there to a certain extent. It's when we start breaking out that barrier and then making it a bit more higher, that's when it's going to change. But I don't know, man. It's still like KSI, like he's done a bit of everything now. And I think, personally, the way I see it, I think he was to be considered as a musician right now, and he's where he is now. But I haven't heard someone call him a YouTuber for a while. I've just heard him known as KSI. That's his label.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's made it become a brand.
It depends on each situation. Like, you can't pay everyone the same brush, but in the sense that he's done so many things, and he's big, and he's gone through so many. Like, to be honest, I rate KSI as a business person, because this guy who does FIFA videos has gone from there to over there, and he's top every single avenue, and he's taken advantage of it.
Yeah,
like, this my man's got. Like, you think that he's a silly guy on the internet, but my man's a proper business. When you think about it, this man's fully,
logically speaking, he knows what he's doing. Yeah,
like, he's made his own path. You understand? He's just made his own path, and but again, it depends on what blows. Like, if somehow I do some video and it goes viral overnight, then I don't mind being called a YouTuber, because if that leads me to other opportunities, acting opportunities, X, Y, Z, and I'm making peas, then that's fine. But right now, it's like, we're doing it, but it's not our means, our incomes. You know, so it's not our main source. Main. So it's not even our income, to be honest. It's like it's a hobby, really.
Really, truly, yeah. It's a minor thing compared to like what people actually think.
Yeah.
People think like it's mad, isn't it?
We want to be like Othman. We want to be like Ahmed, bro. At the end of the day, go to uni, become a doctor, and then you can do all the, like, people tell me like, oh, my kids want to be like you. I'm like, before they become a YouTuber, they start buying a camera, make sure they become a doctor first, and then they can use this. And if it blows up, it blows up. Otherwise, at least you've got something to fall back on.
That's the main thing, isn't it? Because people, I think, they try to go broke trying to get rich. It's not the right. I personally think it's not the right mindset, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, for me, everyone asks me like, what camera do I use? I'm like, bro, when I first started, it was my iPhone 6s and my sister.
Legit.
Yeah, that's it. And even phones nowadays, the camera quality is so good on
so
them,
much better.
Like,
exactly.
It's like, bro, you can just use anything now. It's like, nah, which lens do you use? I'm like, bro, I don't know how to use my DSLR, to be honest. I
just have to press record and that's it.
That's it. I think the only people who do know is you, Rohan, and Emma. I don't know. Yeah.
Every time we talk about ISO and f-stop, you're like, what's f-stop?
I'm there like,
I thought you just pressed the red button.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. So the content, if the content bangs, then it doesn't matter whatever it's on. Like, it helps, but it's not like that much of a.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with YouTube and stuff. Like, if the content is sick, people won't care sometimes about the quality.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I've always wanted to do like a tech channel, like a tech YouTube channel, but I know that like in tech, it's like a complete different ball game.
It was different a few years ago, because when I was doing it, it was different. It didn't matter that much about quality. Now it's changed a lot.
Now you need proper 1080p, 4K, really.
4K,
everything has been banging. Red camera, like, I've got 30 grand to put in my pocket, be like, you know what, I'm a red camera. Like, with comedy, you could record it, anything, but with tech, it's like it's like a different pack of wolves. Like, you're just gonna get violated unless you've got everything, bang on.
Yeah. Why didn't you jump on that avenue?
With that, I think when I don't, you know what it is? It's like, with comedy, you can somewhat wing it. In the tech community, the people who watch that, you got some casual viewers and you got some people who like die hard, and they'll know when you got fluff. Do you understand? I think half the time whenever I'm on the internet, I just wing it. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, even the scripts,
you can wing it in tech though. You could have opened a channel. You could have been like 102 Tech Hacker.
No, you can. Then again, have you ever seen The Verge?
Yeah.
They did a video on how to build a PC, and they literally got thrown under the bus because the guy who built it apparently wasn't doing it the right way or whatnot, and he wasn't following the procedures, and they ripped him on Reddit and everything. And tech community, it's like, They're very loyal.
It's more intense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more intense, and you need to make sure everything's banging. Like,
thing is, with the tech community, it's more intense, but I think you can get haters more through comedy and entertainment.
Yeah. Like, tech's more safe in that sense.
Yeah.
But like with tech, it's like it's more of a initial expensive outlay. Like, you need everything to be banging. But
Nowadays,
back in the day, you could get away with anything. Like, you can use your phone camera and stuff. But nowadays, you ever see a tech channel, like, you always want to get a review of someone who's got like the best quality, like the views, everything's popping. You know, unless you're doing something different, like you're doing tech and comedy or tech and Urdu or something different. People always, do you understand? I've seen like there's some people. I've seen some people doing these kind of like tech videos, but like in Hindi or Urdu, and they're pretty good. Like, their comedy levels banging.
I think that's different because their community is in India or Pakistan.
Yeah. And
it's a different community.
Yeah, it's a different community. They don't mind as long as they got content. It's content.
Exactly. Because let's say for me, for example, if I was to probably bring back my tech channel properly, it'll probably be a different thing because I do all my videos in English. So I'll be bringing more of the UK, Australian, USA market.
Yeah.
That's already so built up. It's different, man. It's a different ballpark in itself.
I've seen that guy. Is it? I forgot his name. Jack Massey or Jack? I can't think. The guy bought Tesla. This 24-year-old. The UK. I forgot what his name is.
No.
My man bought a Tesla just to make Tesla videos, and it worked out for him. He's got to a point where the money he's making off YouTube paid for his Tesla already.
You see, the thing with that though, that's like, it's hard to do. It's a big risk, bro. Teslas aren't cheap, man. That's your life savings gone.
I think the guy paid like 43 bags for it or something.
You see what I mean? That's a lot of money, man. But yeah, so the thing is with that, you could risk it and it will bang for you. Sometimes you might risk it and it won't.
Yeah.
But that's what's called a risk, isn't it?
Tech. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man.
I'd love to do tech.
Jump on it, man.
Before comedy, I used to watch your videos and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Hackintosh days.
The Hackintosh days. And that was a different era, fam. That was a different era.
Different skin hair as well. Skin fade as well.
Skin fade. It wasn't even a skin fade. It was just
one all over. It was one all over.
And that was a different time.
But you know what? I still watched your videos because you were Asian and you're relatable as well. But some people, if they don't connect to you straight away, they're like, okay, this guy's video ain't great, the camera's quality, but I personally prefer the content over quality. You can have a banging camera, but if the quality is dead, what's the point?
Yeah, I think that's how I work as well, but a lot of people are very different. But then again, everyone has a different mindset. You know what I mean? Not everyone's going to think the same.
But when I see that, when I see something like that, it's like, when I see loopholes, I'm like, I can exploit them somehow. Like if you see rappers nowadays, right? Their rap might not be that great, but the visuals are like, you know, man got 6 Lambos, you know, same place. I'm like, bro, if we can get away with it, we can do it as well.
Speaking of we doing that as well, what's going on with that?
Saying that we've got a project coming out soon, which should have been out on Eid as an Eid anthem for all the cousins to blast on it. You know what I'm saying? That's me, bro. Blast that tune in it. But you know, COVID came and then we couldn't shoot it.
It ruined it. So yeah, man, we had that song coming up. COVID came and changed the plans. But fam, let me talk to you about that. How was that experience? Because that was like your first proper time in a booth, innit?
I think for me it was quite daunting because I think whenever I created content, it's been in my bedroom, so I've been my own judge. You understand? Like, it's like when I upload something from my room, like even if I do something that isn't that great, I don't really mind because it's kind of like when I upload it, I'm that kind of person that I don't really pay attention to. Like, I read the comments and stuff, but I don't really pay attention to someone's negativity in that sense. That, and it's my own work. Do you understand? When you're working as a team and you've got to make sure that everything's banging, it's like a competition. Like, everyone needs to have the best bars, and plus it's like you're going into a booth. Like, there's more people in there, so if you mess up, everyone's there. Like, alhamdulillah, us guys, we just click in it. But you know, I would probably be like, if I ever did it like in like, say if I got a record deal or something imaginary, and I got into a booth, I would be like scared as anything. Like, I'm doing it and all that. I was waffling now, you know. Rosa got to me. But
how was that imaginary and everything? I was like, where's it going?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that basically because we're in a booth, it's more daunting because you're with people, you work with people. Whenever I do my own content, it's just me and a camera, so I know where my strengths and weaknesses are. And it's like, you know, when you work with other people, sometimes I feel like you need to prove that you're somewhat of a good, not just like an idiot on the internet.
I mean, it was a bit different though, because when you were there in the booth,
Yeah.
it was kind of all the guys. It was us, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like
But
strangers.
I think for us, you know, it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. And saying that I was the first one in the booth, so you know,
you had the most pressure on you, innit?
yeah. So, but I think once I did the first one, then I'm like, you know, it's cool, it's calm. It's like, but the thing is, we had a good support team. Like everyone was cheering each other on. Everyone's there, like, yeah, yo, we can do it, Z. Yo, we can do it, Adris. We can do it, Emma. And I think it was completely different. But I think the first time there was initial nerves and stuff. But I think once I got in there, and then man like A-Class did his engineering.
A-Class made everyone sound sick, fam.
Then it was then I'm like, you know what, this actually probably can bang.
Probably it's got mad potential, you know. It's got mad potential.
We just need the visuals to bang, innit?
We need the visuals. You know what? Thinking about it now, I feel like my verse needs to get a rework, fam.
Do you know what? Because it's our first piece of work. Like even when we did do that, I'm like, yo, Emma, I'm going next week to A-Class and redo my verses, and because I've said certain words wrong or it's not pronounced, I'm like, you know what? It's the first one. But I think if you do that, you're gonna like fix everything. You understand the sense that you want to be fixing this.
You get way too picky.
But I think if you think of an overall kind of thing, if you've got the audio which is good, you've got the video which is good, it should kind of balance itself out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, man. I'm still hella nervous about it in a way. I think it will be fun to release, see what kind of reaction we get.
Why are you nervous for though?
I don't know, man.
Is it because it's your first time it's not first time in the booth? Is it because it's you doing something as a, like, is it, what I'm trying to say is that, are you nervous because we're all on the track, or are you nervous because of what you said?
Not because of what I said. See, this is the thing here. With what I said, there's only a few select people that are going to understand. But I'm not nervous about that. I'm nervous about the whole release, innit? Because I want it to do well. And I'm quite worried that if people listen to it, they'll be like, this is just rubbish, and just slander it completely. It's be like, I'll be happy we tried, but it's a thing where like, is it still good? Do you know what I mean? Is it there? Is it there? Do you know what I mean? I don't have to explain it.
It's like, you know how most of them like musicians and stuff, they record something, and a couple of months have gone past, and before the release, they're like, you know what? I don't sound like that. I don't play. You keep questioning in your head. You keep questioning it. That's the problem. When we did it, we were like, oh, bro, this is sick. We were gassing.
A-Class just played it. We were just there buffing our heads. We just there gassing everyone's bars.
I stopped for alarm doing, head bopping and dancing.
You're doing it to air, fam. It's fine.
Oh no, the camera's moved.
When did your camera stop? Oh, it's moved.
No, it didn't stop. I just kicked the tripod. And it's that dodgy tripod from Turf. I think you know that, the one I borrowed. You guys.
Oh, the little one. Not the little one, the one with the weird legs.
Yeah, the weird legs. I think one of the bolts and nuts come out, and it's just like it's like this, right? But then after, the pivot on the camera, I've made sure that's straight. So even if the tripods are like this, it's like that.
It's still straight. It's just balancing. It's in its final legs, literally. So that was mad in terms of the song. So what, are you trying to release your own things now, music wise? Are you trying to jump on that?
For me, it's kind of like when I do certain things, I do it in a sense that, which is good and bad the way I think of it. I think of, like, for me, like, I might have an idea, but I do it in the sense that what works well, like, not commercially, because we're not making beats, but in the sense that what's going to get the most views and stuff like that. It's like, for me, it's like when the buzz is there, then release certain things. And like, for me, I don't do things as a hobby. I do it when there's a demand for it. So hopefully if this song bangs, I'm like, you know what, EP, this and that, la la la, everything comes along. If the song doesn't do good, which I don't think it will, or it might not be as much as we thought it would be, then we'd see what happens, innit?
It's a learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a learning curve. It's like when I did Na Yara, that banged, even though that took me like 10 minutes to make. My throat was messed up. Yeah. I'm like, yo, this. Even though I knew the song went great, like the lyrics were horrendous, my voice was horrendous, but it was just catchy. Like, the kids were bopping to it and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I've learned that even if the song is not great, if there's a bop to it, people will watch it, and there's a demand or something. Like the end of Na Yara. Yeah. End of Na Yara, there was a teaser for Shafakat No Taqat. And then I think there was like a good 3 months I didn't upload or something. And then I think the day before New Year's Eve, I thought, you know what, let me record it. And even though I didn't have no lyrics planned, nothing planned, and I had an infection in my jaw, I'm like, you know what? If I release it now, it makes it look like that I had this song, banked ages ago. Like, I did it, I had it all. But I did it in like 10 minutes. The lyrics weren't that great. And that hit like, I think 90k views in 3 days. I think it's like 600k views or something now or whatnot.
That's mad, isn't it?
Shafak on the Talk is on like 590 or whatnot. And then I'm like, yo, this is sick. If I put on another track, it's gonna bang, bro. Man's there like gassed over my head. Then I released Courier, which took me another 5 minutes to make. And I shot that in Maldives thinking, yo, bro, this is going to do sick, yeah, bro. Man's in Maldives. It didn't do that great, yeah. My man, I think he had like 100k views, which is not bad, but it's not as good. But it just showed you that people like tuning into something that they can relate to. And it's like, there's something like Sakib. If you put anything in Sakib something, it's going to bang. I don't know what it is. It's just Sakib, innit? So for me, it's like, what I'm trying to say is like, if I release a song, I need people to like me first before I release it, and not like
because Sakib isn't the artist. It's Zeshan that's the artist, isn't it?
But I want people to start listening to me when I've got a bit of a buzz. Do you understand?
Do you know what I mean? Like you want the buzz, not Sakib.
If I released Naira before I even invented Sakib, it would make no sense. But when the buzz was there, then I released it. It's like on each day, the buzz was there, it just banged. So for me, the way I do strategically, like, I'm waiting for the buzz to build up and then release it.
The timing is key.
Yeah, pretty much. And then from there, hopefully somewhat cement this musician, rapper, like, career. But so, again, it depends what happens in the next 5 years. Like, I can say one thing and you don't know, tomorrow I could be
I can kick you somewhere else.
Man could be, I don't know. I was going to say...
So theoretically, you want to be like an actor and musician, really?
Actor, musician, but whatever there's a demand for and I make bread off, I'll go wherever that is. I'll go where the money goes, basically, if there is any money involved, but wherever the money...
I need to be careful how you phrase that.
Yeah, imagine to be a dealer, Sweden.
On road, man, shut it.
No, tobacco. Anything that's not that haram, and I can get away with, okay.
Yeah, it's because it's something that you want to enjoy, innit? Because obviously you enjoy like making these tracks, making these videos, acting in general. If you don't enjoy it, it's not. Yeah, you're not going to be on it how you are, innit?
Yeah.
That's mad, though. That's mad. No, obviously, I don't know when Ride With Me is going to get filmed now, because with the whole thing that's going on right now, but it should be fun to film it and just get it released, see what kind of buzz it builds.
Yeah, I really wanted it to, because the buzz was there, like when I did Chaudhry House, and when I first did the episode, like I think the first episode like 108k views, the next one like 80k.
Yeah, it banged.
I mean, bro, if we released Ride With Me on the day, bro, it would have just gone. Because for me, like when I released, I think not the last episode, the one before it, when I did a chase scene in that forest, that one got 18k views in the first hour, and I've never seen them numbers since when I did Naira.
Because that went in top 10 trending straight, isn't it, on YouTube?
So I had two videos which hit trending was it this week or last week?
Last week.
Yeah, last week. Yeah, last week. The two videos which hit trending. Ramadan's got me everywhere. I don't know what day is it, 2021, 2022, 2020. Like, I had two videos hit trending. Yeah. And I've never seen them numbers since Naira. Naira uploaded it, and the first I hit 11k. And this is like, I think the first year I did YouTube properly. Like, I took it somewhat seriously. And I'm like, yo, if that getting 11k views in the first hour, imagine if you pull that on the Ride With Me.
That's the thing, though, because we could have easily filmed it that same night we recorded it, but it wouldn't be a good video. It would just been dead, innit? Yeah, it would have probably just been us chilling in the booth filming.
It's like lyrically, it's very hard. It's like when you do a music video, we're in the TikTok era. Like, you need something that it's catchy. It doesn't need to be meaningful, but we do have somewhat meaningful lyrics on there. But it needs to basically have that bop. It's like, for example, have you heard that Pav Dari and Naja? Naja. See, I don't know what's going on. Like, I do know what's going on now, but eventually when you listen to it, it's like, it's colorful, it's bright, it's Naja. Even my mom loves that song. Like, that was my mom's favorite song. Like, even though she doesn't know the rest of it, she goes, Naja. We need, like, I'm hoping that we can somewhat replicate. I'm getting phlegm in my mouth now. Replicate like it's not similar success because my man's in a completely different boat, like a league of his own. Like, you know, where the point like that, you know, when Alma does his ride with me, you know, that part when he does that, like I want that to be catchy,
like the actual hook,
like a TikTok, like, you know, people doing like, I don't know, something where people
we were
just catch
talking
on
about
to
that.
it.
We were talking
Yeah,
about
like
that.
we need something that basically like, you know, right, and people like even people who are not even Asian, do you understand? Like on TikTok doing that kind of, like we've seen like people who aren't Asian do like Deler Mendi. We need that ride with me to be to the point where people who aren't even Asian can't understand the lingo are just doing the movements, and then from there it's like Young Teen Bugsy Don't Rush challenge.
Yeah, the Don't Rush. Everyone was doing
like
that with the makeup brush and stuff.
They released the video last year, and they do get numbers regardless. But since that challenge, they've just, you know, a year later, that song's blown. And there's Asian people doing the whole, you know, putting the brush, and then eventually people start doing their own songs. But it was initially Don't Rush.
Yeah, 100%.
Like even up on people who don't know, like Young Teen Bugsy, they're like, yo, who are these songs? And I think that song got like, I think when I last saw it initially, it was 6 million, and since after it's got like 20 million. I could be
but then that's
wrong.
the cycle. Once it gets into that, like TikTok is such a big platform. Once it's there, it can easily go massive.
Yeah, it's like Jay Sean Ride It, the remix.
Yeah.
Ride It.
That weird. I don't know.
But we need something that it's like, it's hard because you don't want to be cringy and you don't want it to be too lyrical, like, you know, but it's like a lecture, like, you know, you need to appeal to everyone. Like my mom listens to some songs, like this guy rapping goes, he's doing like a lecture, like is it like some sort of like seminar? Like my mom just switches off. But like, you know, something like Ride With Me, like you've got like that hook that almost smashed fully, right? Then you've got us being a bit more lyrical, and then that hook, and I'm just hoping that hook, you know, just
it sticks with it.
Takes the song to like other heights.
But then what I remember, do you remember we were doing Turf, and then I got you addicted to M Honcho PP?
Yeah, but
we just remember it was just the hook, innit?
Yeah.
Because if I tell you the hook now, you'd realize, but then after that, you probably wouldn't know any other lyric.
I can't remember the left of it, but I just remember the hook.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But then I guess that's what we got kind of going with Ride With Me in a way as well.
But saying that, even though I know that the song bangs, what really bangs is Armour's Frankfurt to Damn. But this man won't release the damn thing, which is annoying me. Like that song's like, you know, it's like PP level. That's how much of it. It's proper bop. Nah, I don't want to release it, bro, because I don't like.
You're trying to Armour out here.
No, so Armour doesn't even talk like that. I'm just arguing because you were accent then. He's like, nah, I don't want to do it. Like, bro, just release it. Like, this is what I say. I'm like, people who are talented don't release stuff. Like with me, I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm just, you know, stab in the dark.
Dropping stuff, yeah.
You, man, are talented. Do you understand? Now, I'm not going to release it, bro, innit? Bro, I'm not going to release it, innit? I'm like, bro, just release it. You know, anything. Like, Emma's like, nah, I can't sing. Emma's probably, like, a decent singer. And he's like, nah, I can't sing. Sing. I'm like, bro, I'm doing it, and I don't have a clue. Najira was a complete fluke.
It was a shot in the dark, yeah.
Spark in the dark was it worked out.
But that's the thing, you got to do it until it works out, innit? But that's the thing with Armour, fam. Like, obviously he's sick, but he's very talented at what he does, fam. If you just drop Frankfurt to Death, it's going to be a mad thing, isn't it? Yeah, it might supersede Ride With Me, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, at least he's like, you know what it is? Sometimes this is what kind of annoys me and stuff. It's like, I see each other as brothers. Like, if I can help you or we can help each other and you overtake
100%, yeah.
But all means, I'm happy for you. Do your own thing. I've got no jealousy, nothing hard. It's not nothing hard. Like for me, a lot of people say this to me. It's like, Zeshan, you've reached this many subscribers. You got so many views. Why do you hang out with certain man? You don't need him. I'm like, bro, they're my brothers. Do you understand? It's not like, this and that. Like, okay, we get together, we make videos, and it kind of does help. But at the end of the day, you like, I see everyone as our brothers. Like, if you blow up off this, alhamdulillah, you do your own thing. I've got nothing bad against you. Yeah. I'm not going to be jealous. Like, I've been doing it for 4 years and you've just done this track and you've blown off. Like, I've never seen anything like that. Not in like Armour's case, but in general. Like I'm saying is like anyone who, like, say for example, we meet someone tomorrow and they do a video with this and they blow up and they do their own thing. By all means, you know, it's not, I can't say I've given you that, like, everything that comes is from Allah Ta'ala, do you understand?
Exactly.
Like, I can't say, like, I made you, or I made you this, like, it's like rizq at the end of the day, like, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. It's meant to be,
innit?
I can't say I gave you this. And I hate people that say, like, nah, bro, you came onto my YouTube channel and, you took my followers and you just blew off. Like, bro, at the end of the day, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. Do you understand?
There is people like that, though, unfortunately, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of booky people in that sense.
So some people are like, oh, you don't need this man, you don't need this man. Like, they just use you. Like, bro, if they use me or not, yeah, my heart's in a good place. Like, if they blow off, go for it.
Good for them.
You good for them, and at the end of the day, I've got no jealousy in my heart. You do what, and I've always been that kind of person. And like, for me, I'm not trying to toot my own horn and stuff, but for me, I don't like asking for help. But if someone asks me for help, I'll give them 100%. I'm like, I think that's because of my, like, dyslexia and autism. Like, I try to be as independent as possible. Like, I don't ever ask for help, but that it helps me in the sense that I've kind of learned to do things by myself. But if someone ever asks me for help, I don't mind giving that helping hand.
Speaking of that, do you think it affects you, though, like, on that level?
In what sense?
So, like, obviously dealing with, like, dyslexia and autism, like, do you think it inspires your content in a way? So it affects it in a good way?
I think, like, for me, I'm at a point where I think when I was growing up, it affected me a lot. Like, I had no friends. Man got bullied in school proper.
It's hard.
It's hard. Like, I used to be that year 11, year 10 kid. I used to hang with year 7 kids because I had no one to chill with. Like, I used to be by myself, I just used to be a weird kid. Like, I kid you, I used to run on the playground, call myself Jelly Man. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, I used to do my own thing. It was in my own bubble. And, I got bullied a lot in school. One time, man got beaten up in PE. I could never forget that. Saying that, the guy who beat me up follows me on Instagram now. So, tables
you
up.
See that level? Tables always turn, man. This always happens, man. Always happens.
And like in uni, like, I think that's when I kind of found myself. Like, I think before I was 18, shell a bit more. Yeah, exactly. And then I think once the ball gets rolling, you kind of like, yo, bro, what can I do next? What can I do next? And I think my autism and dyslexia, it does inhibit certain features of me. Like, it's harder for me to understand certain things. It's a bit slower for me to understand. But that, in the same time, like, for me, this is so strange. Like, I can do YouTube videos, right? I've got like zero confidence. Not zero confidence, but I've got no issues putting myself on the internet. But if I go to Tesco, right, and there's no 10p bag, then I have to ask the lady for a 10p bag. I'm not going to do that because I'm scared. I'm not going to ask the lady because that whole talking to someone, like, I don't know how they're going to judge me or what they're going to say. Or if I ask them a question, if it's too stupid, I always get scared. Like, I try to do things independently. But I think that helps me a lot because I try to do most of my stuff by myself. But at the same time, it also limits me because I'm not growing. Sometimes you need to communicate, network with people and kind of get yourself in the right spaces and the right books for you to kind of stuff. But I think at the same time, my content, it's more easily understandable because of my autism dyslexia. I try to make things easy to understand. Like, I've got people messaging me like, oh, my son's autistic, they watch my videos. My son's or my daughter's dyslexic, they watch my videos. And I think it's my content's quite easy to understand. And I think that's because of my difficulties, I've tried to make it as easily watchable. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, that's what you're obviously trying to aim for, and that's works for you. Oh, what happened there?
What happened?
My camera just died.
Oh, I thought my camera died for a second.
No, my camera just went.
Is this the same camera I just broke?
It is the same camera that I just broke. I just dropped it, and then the lens went cracked, and then you fixed it. It's the same one.
You glitched just then.
Did I glitch? Oh, no.
Like, you were in the corner and you just got in the center like some kind of djinn or something. Like, you just moved.
Just went vanish. Nah, man, it happens sometimes. Zoom is a madness sometimes with this internet connection. I don't know how. I just put in a new battery. I don't know how long this battery is going to last. We'll carry on. If it starts flashing, then we'll just wrap it up, innit?
Oh, no, mine's flashing as well.
You don't have other batteries, do you?
Nah, man just goes all commando, like, one battery will do the job.
See, with your thing's alright because I'm technically recording the Zoom screen. So worst comes to worst, I can use your video as backup on the screen. But it's not obviously good quality.
It's flashing. But
If it's flashing, that means it's about to go soon.
But it didn't say anything at all. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes, isn't it? It's probably going to die soon, but it is what it is.
Cool.
Where were we? I don't even know anymore.
Our dyslexia videos and how it's easy to understand.
Yeah, so I don't know what to ask. Yeah, so obviously it's quite hard, but then do you find a way where like you kind of deal with it though? Like, do you find yourself, it's easier for you to deal with it now?
It's easy for me to deal with it now, but there's still days where I'm just scared to ask questions because of what people might think. I've always had that. It's just me. It's like, you know, like when you go to a shop and you can't find something, I'm the last person. Like, I don't want to ask anyone. Like, I'll waste 30 minutes to find that one item, which would probably take a minute to find because I don't want to ask the person at the counter.
I get it. It's what's the word? Do you find it's like more of an introversy kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I'm like the biggest introvert. Like I think now, I think since I met Emma and Adris, I'm like more out there. Like I got open more. But before, mate, you wouldn't see me or hear from me. I'd be go work, come back, done. You won't see me now. If you see me at an event, I'm like, oh hi, hello, how's it going? But otherwise, I'd be like,
kind of keep yourself to yourself.
I'm just kind of. Yeah, like I try to get out my shell, but there's sometimes where I just can't help it. I'm just like in a corner, like hiding.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like, I don't know if you feel the same, but with YouTube, it's like opens your confidence more.
Yeah, I think like it's helped me a lot. Like,
yeah.
But you know what? You know, one thing, the other thing is about this whole YouTuber thing. It's like, it's good, but there's ups and downs to it. And it's like, for me, like I've got recognition, X, Y, Z, but for me, I don't know. It's like, for me, I always have second thoughts. Like I've got stalkers to the point now where people try to find out my address, then everything. And I had one person, you know the story, where they've gone and messaged every single person in my Instagram list, tried to find out who I am, X, Y, Z. Oh, can I get Zeshan's number? Can I get this? La, 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 X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And I've blocked the guy. A month later, come back again, block the guy again. I'm like, this kid must be like, 15, 16, doing some IT, A-level or whatnot. Yeah. My man's got, he knows his stuff, right? But then I've got people who I know messaging me saying, yo, do you know this kid? He's asking about you. I'm like, just block him, please. Just block him. Next minute, my dad gets a phone call on the shop phone number. And bear in mind, I never really tell anyone where my dad's shop is because, there's certain things I want in my life I want to keep private. Like, what you see on the internet is what I allow you to see. And exactly. my man's basically, oh, wait, I've just baited him, haven't I?
Did you say his name?
No, I said his dad's name.
Oh, don't worry, I'll cut that.
So basically, the dad's name was XYZ. And he's like, yo, can I speak to Zeshan? I'm there like, and basically what I did was I'm like, oh no, Zeshan's not here, but he'll get back in touch with you. And I'm like, where'd you get the number from? And he goes, someone gave it to me. I'm like, who are you? And he goes, oh, I'm this kid's dad. And that name popped up. I'm like, oh my days, this kid, I don't know where he's got my number from, right? But anyway, and the guy's like, oh, can I come on to take a picture? I'm like, cool, that's fine. If you see me on the street, that's fine, all that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's like, and then he phoned the following week, like, he phoned my dad 4 times on the shop number, very much a business line. He's like, yo, has Zeshan come to the shop yet? And my dad's there, like I've got no issues with people taking pictures of me. Oh, my camera's just died.
It's all right, I'll just use this.
I've got no issues with people taking pictures of me. I love taking pictures, and, there's people who, like, respect me and they watch my content. By all means, I like make people's day. If they want something, I'll let them. But there's a certain limit, like, for me. And the guy phoned my dad, because can I get Zeshan there? Zeshan there. And I was at the shop at this day. I was in the shop, and my dad goes, you gotta sort this out, because this guy is not, like, giving up. This is the guy's dad. This is the kid's dad. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just meet this kid, say to him, take a picture, and then don't
keep it moving. Yeah.
I found that dad. I'm like, where are you? He goes to me, bro, I'm at Al supermarket, innit? The meat shop. I'm like, bro, stay there. I'm going to come down, innit? I've gone there. I've seen the kid. The kid, I kid you not, is shorter than my table, right? And the kid's 8, right? The kid's 8. He's about, I'd say, it was really short. And the kid's like, oh my God, this and that. I'm like, bro, you're like 8. How have you got to the point where you've got all my details, that you're trying to figure out where I live? You found out what my dad's shop is. And then I asked him, this is the funniest part. I asked the kid, I go to the kid, where did you even get my dad's shop number from? Aunties are the worst, you know, like they'll just spread out any information and not know the backlash you'll get from it. Oh yeah, this guy's son who lives here.
It's mad. They don't understand the repercussions the actions are going to have.
Yeah, like
they just your whole life, fam.
Yeah, like, bro, like the same part of my life I don't want out there. Like they say, like, you know, the best life is a private life or something like that. Like, and it's like, no one knows that at the end of the day. It's like, you don't want unwanted attention. And like, for me, this is what I was trying to say, like, although YouTube is working out to us somewhat until it's giving us what we initially, like, we don't do it for money. But at the end of the day, we want a career out of it. Do you understand? We want a career where it's what we sacrifice paid off. Do you understand?
Because we want it to be our thing. Do you know what I mean? Like our job.
What's the point? What's the point of us being bait when we don't get anything from it? Like I don't want likes or views or whatever. But it's like you've made something from it. Do you understand? Like you can do a point where you can be like, your dad retire, mom retire. You know, I've got the build sorted out. You know, I'm doing acting. I'm getting these big jobs. Do you know what I'm saying? You can chill, but what's the point of being bait? Do you understand? It's like, is it?
But you have to be obviously bait to a certain extent, but and bait as in you as an individual, innit? If you don't want like bait people around you, like for example, like my parents, then they will never be in a video because they don't want to be.
Yeah, same. So
exactly.
My dad probably would, but I'm that kind of person. I'm like, Dad, once your face is out there, it's out there. You can't delete yourself.
It's very hard to come out of
there. It's very hard. Like if I had a chance, I wouldn't put my name ever out there. I would be M. Huncho. I kid you not, my man is the best guy at hiding. You know, if I had the ability to be M. Huncho, I would be. Because my man, even if people leak his name, that information's gone in 2 seconds. Like you still don't know where he is or whatnot.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to say is, if I had a chance to redo everything all over, wouldn't use my government name, wouldn't give up my day of birth, nothing. You'd be like, yo, it's Shawnee or something. You know, where you can just see me as a YouTuber name, but not like my actual. It's like Zach Knight. You don't know you know his name, but most people don't know his name or his age. Do you understand?
The thing is, that's a mystery for a lot of people. Obviously, I know, other people know, but that mystery element. It kind of saves you to only some extent, I guess. Yeah. Because with his situation, it's a bit bait, but with the M. Honcho situation, that's another level, I think.
Yeah. But if I wish I could somewhat make videos with the mask on. Not with the mask on.
It would be hard though, because if you're trying to transgress into an actor, it's a different ballpark, isn't it? Yeah,
but it's like you do internet stuff, that progression and actor, we're stuck in this part in the middle where we've got somewhat, and it's like it might work out, might not work out for you. If it doesn't work out for you, then you still got a bait face. It's like you're famous, but you're not rich, so you're just like, I'm a waste man. Not a waste man, but I don't know. For me, if it to be considered a success, and for me, it's how social media things, like, I don't like it to a degree. Like, I understand the need for it, but I don't like being bait. Like, for me, like, people think I'm bait, but there's another side of my life you guys don't know. You know, man's a trapper, and you know what I'm saying? But
keep it on the low.
It's like social media is free because you pay with your privacy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's one of them things. I don't know. If I had a chance to redo it again, I'd be as least bait as possible.
Do you think?
Yeah. But it's out there now, so.
Yeah, you can't.
My name's out there. Now. My day of bird's out there.
Everything's out there. Well, not everything, but like to a certain extent. I get that. I feel a bit different. I feel like obviously I'm out there, but I wouldn't put other people that don't want to be out there. Yeah. Because that is in my control. Me is in me control. Other people, it's a bit different, isn't it?
And plus, you know, our family members, they put their own life. Do you understand?
Everyone has their own life. Everyone has their own life. If they came up to me and be like, I want to be in a video, I'll be like, firstly, I'll be like, are you sure? And if they're going to push me for it, that's up to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like for me, like I've got family members who are trying to do not what I'm doing, but get into this whole kind of social media, YouTube kind of thing. Like just have like not like a hobby, but like start something, like whether it's beauty or something. But I'm like, are you really want to do it? Like, are you really, really want to do it? Because alhamdulillah, with me, I've got to a point, like when I first made YouTube videos, I got a lot of hate. Who do you think you are? You're just an idiot on the internet. But I've got to a point where my name holds weight now.
Yeah.
So people, they see me and they respect me. But some people, when they're first trying, they get so much hate, whether, you know, the parents are, you know, alhamdulillah, my parents, they've been
supportive.
amazing. But
yeah,
then people don't always get that. And if you put something out there that you don't want to be out there, that can screw up job.
It can mess you up.
Anything, do you understand? Like,
that's why you have to be very careful.
Yeah. And the people who like my family members who want to be out there, I'm like, do you really want to be able to think about it? What would mom say? What would your dad say? And, you know, there's no going back. Once you're out there, you're out there. You can't erase certain things. And I've said to people, if you want to do certain things, do without your face for a bit. And if it pops up, then pull out your face and show your world. But, you know.
Yeah. I mean, if you catch something from very early, then I think you can get away with it. But once it starts growing, it builds up a decent amount of traction. It's very hard to come out of it because it will be uploaded on third-party websites. People will re-upload it. Google Images has got it. It's out there.
It's like most rappers, like when it's like, you know, like when they're like, oh, we've seen XYZ without the mask, and they're like, and they just post it everywhere. Like even if it's deleted, you'll still find the picture somehow.
Yeah, exactly. You can't not escape it. Obviously, it's hard to. You can't. Internet will always catch up to you, man.
If you press delete, mate,
it's not really delete.
You can't. It's not delete up every single person's phone or whatever it's.
Exactly. It's deleted from that specific platform which you've deleted it from. It's always going to be stored somewhere. There's the computer science degree coming out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like for me, I don't mind. You know, when I first started Instagram, I just wanted to be known. Right. I did everything, dancing lives, all this, anything, like everything under the sun but halal. You understand? Like anything, dance videos, this videos, that videos, comedic, stupid videos. And then as I grew and I hit 85k followers or whatnot.
When it hit,
I learned that it's not all about likes and stuff. Because, you know, when you're at the bottom, you're like, you know what, I want to be this person.
I need to
when you get there,
these likes, these followers. Yeah.
When you get there, I'm like, yo, it's not what I thought it would be. Like, likes and comments don't mean nothing to me now. Like, I think on Instagram, I've lost like 10k followers because I don't post anything. And it doesn't really affect me.
It's just like kind of whatever.
And like,
it is whatever.
Like for me, I want to grow as an actor. So obviously that's something more YouTube stuff. Like I do less skits kind of stuff and more kind of acting stuff. But yeah, it's like people think that, oh, I want to be famous, 10k followers. It's not worth it. It's not worth your privacy. It's not worth it. Trust me.
I think eventually if you do start doing what you do, you have to get head screwed on at a certain stage and work out what you're doing. If you're doing it for the clout, money. Like if you got a reason to be on social media, like us and people who want to grow a business or whatnot, we all do it. But if you're doing it just for clout, then I'd say, you know what, play it safe and be cautious.
Be cautious, because you say one thing wrong, you know that can just go and go.
What's that word? Everything. It's a spiral.
Snowball.
Snowball effect. Snowball effect.
Yeah.
That's the thing, fam. Just keep knocking out dominoes, innit? Knock that one thing that ever comes falling. It's mad.
Like for me, I prefer my privacy now more than anything. I'm a very quiet person, and I like for me, I don't like when I'm at an event. I don't mind taking pictures XYZ because people watch my video, and I want to be thankful for it. But for me, the most awkward time is when I'm in my dad's shop because I'm serving customers and I've had a bad day or whatnot. But you still gotta have that like sakib face, like, you know, you've got to be cheery, like. We're human beings in the day. We're not going to be on like, there's this, we get angry, we swear off camera, we do everything. Like, you know, we have our bad days, but when people see you, they want to see you as that YouTuber So if you tell them to basically say, or if you say something bad or something that gets interpreted wrong, they're like, yo, Zeshan did this, but me, XYZ, la, la, la. And the worst time is when I'm out with my family in a restaurant or something, and I'm like, some people just take pictures bait. And
on the sly.
In the sly, and I don't like that because my mum, my dad, and my sister might be in there. Do you understand? And they might be, their identity exposed, and I don't want that to happen.
100%.
And I'm always scared of that. I'm all the time scared of that because at the end of the day, I've not made it. I'm not making peas of YouTube, but is it worth my privacy? You understand? Until I made it big, then it can be like, yo, who cares if my face is out there because Shawnee's making £5 million a movie or something stupid like that. Like, we don't mind it because it's paying off. But if it's not putting money in my bank account, why am I?
You're going to be bait for no reason, basically.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that idea.
I get what you mean. It's a very risky thing. It's very risky. But bro, it's been like, how long has it been like? 55 minutes? I don't know because the camera get quite in and out. 20, 40.
Does Zoom say how long it's been going on?
Zoom doesn't say, I think.
Yo, Skype had that for time.
Zoom, update your feature, fam.
But I'm saying that Skype had like 16 years to do its thing, and Zoom just come out of nowhere like bam, bro,
and just overtook it.
That's
I don't know how. I think it's more like the simplicity thing. Zoom is much more.
It's much easier. Simple. It's the whole that TikTok thing. You know, like the memes came out like Zoom party, Zoom this, Zoom that.
Yeah. It helps it. That's the thing. It's good marketing strategy, fam. It works. But fam, thank you for obviously coming out, making time. Finally,
like a month or 3 weeks later, you'll be like, no,
you've been all right. You've been all right because you came to me. It's address that was the bigger problem. He'll be like, I'm ready today, but he won't be ready. He won't be ready.
Saying that there's two pet peeves, right, with Ahmed and Adris. Adris' pet peeve is that, bear in mind, Ahmed comes from Leeds. He'll get to my house quicker than Adris, who lives down the road. Like, bro, you live in Brum. Why are you late? Nah, I'm coming. Like one time, right? I kid you not. He goes, I'm coming. You go, I'm just leaving the house. 40 minutes later, oh yeah, I'm just driving to your house. I'm like, bro, where are you? I left my bed. Why did you lie?
He's that one guy that always does that. Just tell me where you are, innit? Because you can be waiting for him for bare long, and he's.
Yeah. I remember when Atif came for turf, and he's like,
yeah.
I'm phoning Adris. He's not picking up. Like, nah, bro, I'm just around the corner. What corner are you from? A corner in Scotland or something? Like, bro, where are you? And Ahmed's pet peeve is like, he'll go in the group chat for like, yo, lads, disappear like he's just had like, got like rugby or something's burning or something like. You come 20 minutes later, like, oh yeah, basically. I'm like, bro, what happens in that 0.1 of a second?
But
like,
we're not even that. I swear, last week he wrote back a message in our group chat, and he was like, "Yeah, guys." So basically, he left it, and then someone was like, I think it was Adris that said, "Yeah, so go on." He was like, "Oh no one replied, so there's no point." I was like, "You never told us what the message was."
Mate, it's not a live text message. You message something, then we respond once it's out there. Like he wants like a build up.
It was a more structural conversation. No, but love to everyone, man. It's all sick. But we've got
Ride With Me. We've got the plot. We've got
Turf episode 2
featuring Zeshan Sajid.
Finally, you're hidden on the first episode, fam.
That's it, innit? And before anyone says anything, right, innit? I wasn't supposed to be playing Sakib in this, right? So if I do use some profanity, maaf karna, it's not my project. It's my bro's Emma's project, and I can't be a drug dealer. Have I just leaked it? I can't be a drug dealer without saying in a few swear words.
That's how the hustle works, isn't it?
That's it, bro.
I feel like people have gauged it from episode 1, so they're slide trying to brace themselves in it from when you come up.
Yeah. So if I don't say Mars bars, don't switch off.
Stay tuned. That one's big. That one's big. But bro, that's it, fam. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for
how long till iftar time, bro?
Like an hour and a half. It's gonna be a long hour and a half. Alright, let me stop this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Safe, bro.